baby? It's your boy, True X the Sports Junkie, and welcome to the number one show in the brand for quite some time now. But I ain't gonna hold you and censor it. It's coming. It's coming. But right now, it's Let's Talk About It, hosted by yours truly, True X the Sports Junkie. And as you can see, we have a special guest in the building. But we're gonna get to that in a second. We got the homie from Cali in the building. My brother from another mother. What up, Keo?
Oh, yo, what's good, man? MBS, let's talk about it. Episode number 80. And we got a lot of things to discuss tonight. After this show, make sure you guys tune into Battle Political. We'll be talking about some battle rap things going on. But tonight, we got a lot to talk about.
Thanks. And then holding it down from the VA area, not just VA, but battle rap political. He's on there. MBS Uncensored. He's on there. He's starting to dabble in a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm hearing fantasy football too, real quick.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we got the homie Party Boy Q in the building. What up?
Yeah, man. I want that belt, man. First and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Look. I knew you was gonna do that. I knew you was gonna do that. But yeah, man, I'm here to talk. Man, I'm here. I'm on. Let's talk about it, man. Let's do it.
Facts. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna be like Giannis. I'm gonna kiss my championship. I'm gonna put this to the side. And we gonna get this popping, man. What's good, Keo? Let's get it popping.
All right, so we got. We're gonna talk the NBA. We're gonna talk about the new Space Jam movie that's been out. We had question of the week. We're gonna talk about a versus battle between the Locks and Dipset. But the first thing we're gonna start with is the NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, man, the NBA champions. So let's give our final take and final thoughts about the Milwaukee Bucks, the new NBA champions. What you guys' thoughts on that?
Okay, Q, you're our special guest. Let's get it popping. I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, man. Man, congrats to the Bucks, man. Congrats, Giannis. You know what I'm saying? He really had one of the best performances in the finals I've seen. You know, I know it's some great players. We have some great performances, but you know, like for us to think that he might have had like a bad knee injury, like that's what people was thinking. Like that injury looked crazy, but he came in there first game 20-17. His first game, like we thinking he's not even gonna play, but the first game he has 20-17, and then he goes from there to like have all the 40-point games, and then to close it out with the 50-point game to close it out. Yeah, like that's one of the best performances, and he knew he had to win this game. He didn't want it to go back to, Phoenix. He just wanted to end it right there, and that's what he did.
Big facts, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, look, everything Q just said, he hit the nail in the coffin with. First and foremost, let me give a shout out because everybody that I'm cool with, y'all know I live in Louisiana. Everybody around here was saying how I'm going for the Suns because of Chris Paul this, Chris Paul that. First and foremost, let me say this once again. I said this on the show before. Shout out to Chris Paul, definitely. I'm a huge Pelican fan. We respect what you did for us, but you did ask to be traded when you were here. You asked for that. There's a guy that played on the Milwaukee Bucks that never asked to be traded from the Pelicans, put in the work, and now he's the NBA champion. So I want to give a huge congratulations to Drew Holiday. Defensively, he didn't play his best offensively. He was up and down offensively, but defensively, he was playing some basketball. So shout out to him first and foremost. Of course, Chris Middleton clutch when they needed him to be on the offensive side of the ball. And then last but not least, like Q said, man, 50, 14, and 5 blocks that were just nasty. And that don't even include the times that he made people alter their shots or when they called goaltending. when he did block it. Giannis had a flawless, or pretty much flawless, closeout game. So congratulations to him. I'm happy for the Bucks. The scary thing, I'm gonna put this out there to the world. Giannis just turned 26. He's really technically not even in his prime. If this dude continues to develop, and he starts hitting his free throws like he did in Game 6, and he develops a jump shot that's more consistent, it's going to be scary.
Lights
it's gonna
out.
Be real scary. It's going to get spooky.
Lights out.
You got it? What you say, Q? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said lights out.
Oh, yeah.
Lights out.
That'll be
ridiculous.
Crazy. Shout out to the chat. I see my dog, Justin. Just in the building. Yes, I can't lie. I don't consider Chris Middleton a top 10 player. Not even close. I heard Jasper say that. That was crazy. Even though he's a champion, I take nothing away from him. Top 10 player. Come on, man. And ESPN, we have to stop with who's the Batman, who's the Robin. Look, we giving credit to everybody, but there's no doubt about it. Who's the Batman in Milwaukee? Let's stop playing games. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shout out to him, man, the Greek freak, man. And Kia, this is for you since you're always messing with me. Go run the tapes back in 2013 when we did the draft special. Who did I say would be the best player in that draft? Tell everybody.
You said Giannis.
Yeah. Get in my flowers. So look, this proof. This is not me making this up. In 2013, when Giannis came out, I watched his film. I said, this dude, he got the it factor. I said, he's probably going to be the best player in that draft. And fast forward time, he's only 26 and he's an NBA champion, 2 times MVP, bruh. The sky's the limit for this kid, man. So congratulations to him once again. And Kia, the floor is yours.
My turn. Yeah, man. Before I begin this, you were right about Giannis, and we do our NBA playoff picks throughout the season. I know Q jumped in late. I think I don't know if he said it, but he said if he did say it, he really thought that he would have had the best record if he'd been doing the picks from the beginning till end. But I think he jumped. But Q was holding it down though, so shout out to Q. But shout out to X and Justin from the MBS show. They had the best record from the picks throughout the whole NBA playoffs. So shout out to them. But with that being said, as far as the Milwaukee Bucks, congratulations to them, man. They did it. They started as the number 3 seed. All people were talking about was the Brooklyn Nets. They were down 2-0 against the Brooklyn Nets. People thought it was over. They came back and jumped in. When Giannis came down with that hyperextended knee, people actually were considering the Hawks beating them. I think some people on the show right now were considering that. I was like, hell no, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, hold on.
That's the reason why I picked Phoenix to beat him in
the first place. You know how I feel when somebody cuts me off. Like I said.
Subliminal shots.
Okay, so people thought we're counting them out with Giannis out, and then going to the Phoenix series, everybody said Phoenix. You know, everybody wants to see a great story, a great ending when it came to Chris Paul. But some stories don't fall that way. And obviously, Milwaukee was just a better overall team. I think it was a huge acquisition, acquiring Drew Holiday, a first-team All-NBA defense, along with Giannis also. And Bobby Portis was huge also coming off the bench. Milwaukee Bucks, they came through, they won that game, and they just wanted this more. So congratulations again to the Milwaukee Bucks, the 2020-2021 NBA champion. With that being said, we're moving on over to our next topic. And our next topic is we are going to stay with Giannis And now, so with Giannis winning an NBA title, is Giannis a top 3 NBA player right now after getting that title?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think it's KD, Giannis, then it's Bron. I mean, but Bron can change that if he come back healthy next season, because we all know what Bron can do. He been showing it for years now. So like he can come back and be the number one player. Who knows? But for right now, I got KD one, Giannis two, and Bron three. So yeah, he a top three to me. And like y'all said Chris Middleton is did you just say Chris Middleton he not a top 10 player?
Nah, he's not.
You said that. I didn't I'm not saying he a top 10 player, but is he top 10 at his position?
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
a
so.
shooting guard. Maybe a
Yeah.
shooting guard. I could. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
yeah,
that
I
for
think he's
sure.
top 10 at his position.
Yeah.
Also, True Holiday. I think he's, you know what I'm saying, top 10 at the point guard. I mean, especially with defense, like he really I think people said Chris Paul struggled, but I think he might have got shut down. I think that's it.
Oh.
I think True might have shut him down. Like people not looking at like he had the steal. What was it in game 5? The steal that really like kind of clinched that game and the alley to Giannis. That was the end of that game. So like I mean I think True Holiday and Middleton they're good players along with Giannis who is a top 3 player in the NBA.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man.
LeBron.
Before the playoffs started, I didn't say Giannis was a top 3 player because to me, in crunch times, he didn't show up the last 2 seasons in the postseason. But we're not gonna take anything away from him, man. Right now, Kawhi Leonard is he got hurt this offseason. I mean, this postseason. You know, that's unfortunate. He's probably gonna miss the entire next season. So obviously, I'm not putting him in the top 3 with not even knowing what his future holds. So when I look at the landscape of the NBA, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you got guys like my man Kellen just put Jokic up there, who just was the MVP of the regular season. You got guys like KD, LeBron, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, all these guys. Luka, can't forget about Luka. Embiid had a great season. But when I look at what Giannis just did, scoring 50 in a closeout game in the NBA Finals after that injury, there's no doubt in my mind he's top 3, man. He's top 3. Come on, man. And then I love what you just said, Q, because I think a lot of times we don't put enough emphasis on the defensive end. Giannis, as good as he is offensively, he scored 50. Dude is, bruh. I want to take the Defensive Player of the Year award from Rudy Gobert today and give it to Giannis Antetokounmpo. That dude is a monster, bruh. And when the chips are down, that defense, like you said, Drew Holiday, I'm glad you gave him the credit. PJ Tucker, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, even Brook Lopez. These dudes play great defensively when the chips were down. So yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a top 3 player. Keo?
Giannis is not a top 3 player.
I knew he was gonna say it.
I got them exactly. I think before the pandemic, we did a voting of who were our top 15 players in the NBA. Giannis is ranked. No, he was ranked at number 4.
5, I thought.
No, 4.
Okay.
No, he was ranked at number 4 by the MBS team that voted. And I still got him at number 4. Number 1 is KD. Number 2 is LeBron for me, and number 3 I'm putting Steph Curry in there at number 3. 4 Giannis definitely does belong there. Yeah, man, I don't think there's nothing wrong with Giannis being the 4th best player in the NBA. I'm not just gonna elevate him, be the prisoner of the moment just because he won a title. I'm not gonna put him up there like that. I'm not like you guys. So he's definitely at a good, solid number 4 for me. So let's see what he does next season, man. If he could lead that team to the promised land next season, then maybe I'll move him up. But as of right now, I got him at 3 because I know damn well if those damn Brooklyn Nets was healthy um with health with as far as Kyrie, James Harden, there was no way that would have went to Game 7. There's no way that would have went to overtime in Game 7. So I'm taking um Giannis at a number 4. As of right now, Giannis is not a top 3 player in the NBA.
I'm not even mad at you. Like, a lot of times we'll come on here and we'll debate. I'm not mad at you saying Giannis is not a top 3 player. I mean, right. Steph Curry, you can make that argument. Steph Curry had a great year despite the injuries in Golden State. KD, if Harden and Kyrie's playing, I think a lot of people agree with you. They feel like Brooklyn's going into the next season as the favorites. And I think we all understand that. But we've seen in NBA past, NBA history, I mean, Kevin Garnett got hurt in the Orlando series when they were the champs. It happens. Injuries are a part of sports. We can't go off of if. The facts are the Bucks are the champs, and until they get beat in the playoff series, we have to recognize that. So, but once again, I'm not mad. When you look at the injuries in the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell wasn't 100. Joel Embiid wasn't 100%. James Harden wasn't 100%. There was a lot of Jamal Murray missed the entire playoffs. There was a lot of injuries, but at the end of the day, you have to capitalize. Shame on you, Philadelphia, for not capitalizing. Shame on you, Phoenix. Shame on Portland. At the end of the day, that man, he capitalized. I'm not going back and forth with y'all on an if. I'm with Kellen on this one. Please stop with the ifs.
If. No, I'm just kidding, man.
All right.
All right. So let's move on over to our final topic. And this is very interesting. During the post-game conference, Giannis it kind of seemed like he was throwing shade to LeBron, KD, and Kawhi about as far as super teams. So what were your guys' thoughts on that? Did you guys think that he was throwing shade towards guys like LeBron, KD, and Kawhi as far as forming super teams, especially with him sticking it out there in Milwaukee?
Definitely, wouldn't you? I would do it. I would definitely. I would throw it in their face like, no, like I did this on my own, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't join the super team, even though he has some good players, but it's not a super team. It's not quite a super team. So, like, yeah, I would. I think he was. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely gloat about this one. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely let them know, like, hey, man, you keep teaming up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you the Justice League. But no, like, you can like be you know what I'm saying? You can still do it with just being one superstar on the team. You know what I'm saying? Even though, would you call Chris Middleton a superstar, or what are we doing with him?
All-star.
Yeah,
they capable.
Yeah,
of that.
so he not a superstar, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Giannis, he got every right to boast. You know, if he was, he got every right to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it.
I agree. I definitely think that he did throw shade. We're not about to sit here and do this. We know he was throwing shade, but he has the right to. He's the champ. At the end of the day, you don't like it. Guess what? LeBron played against Phoenix. Guess what happened? They lost in 6. They lost. You can sit here and say AD was hurt, this and that. They lost in 6. And as far as Brooklyn's concerned, he beat him. KD was on the court. Hey, he threw some shade. If they don't like what he said, go do something about it. Terrell Owens used to have this saying. You don't like me doing all that stuff in the end zone, stop me from scoring. So you have an issue with Giannis Antetokounmpo said? Go beat him. That's plain and simple. But yeah, of course he was throwing shade.
Yeah, he was definitely throwing shade. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, especially the type of person I am. I was definitely throwing shade.
We know you throw shade.
Right.
I'm like, come on, man. You know, everybody. They have this focus on LeBron, Kawhi, KD, and obviously those guys been putting in work. They've been bringing titles, multiple titles to wherever they're going. They're always contenders. And Giannis was like, "What? I don't need to go anywhere, man." So all this noise saying Giannis is going to go to the Knicks or even Golden State or any teams like that, that's done. That's over with, man. Giannis is not going anywhere, man. Milwaukee is that franchise that he's going to stay with, man. And did you even see the celebrities that was attending Game 6?
Right.
You had Michael Redd showing out, you know, an all-time great Michael Redd. You had Kanye showing up there also. Like, Dear District is amazing, man. I want to go to one of those games, man. Be part of that crowd, man. That's crazy, man. It feels like and me and X, we were able to go to a college football game. It had that college football atmosphere, man, and I loved it, man. And they're doing their thing right now down in Milwaukee, man. Especially in the state of Wisconsin, man. The only problem you got now is Aaron Rodgers. So figure that out, Wisconsin. But Milwaukee, they brought that title, man. So yeah, congratulations to Giannis, and I think he was definitely throwing shade. And I'm pretty sure LeBron, KD, and Kawhi was definitely paying attention to this. All right, so that actually ends our topics for sports for today. If you guys want to tune into more sports, make sure you go tune into the number 2 show on the MBS network, the MBS show, which will be airing tomorrow, man. But with that being said, we're going to move on over to our next topic, and we're going to go to some music verses. We've been covering verses for quite some time, man. You know, we were covered. We covered. We covered Snoop. We covered Snoop and DMX. R.I.P. DMX. We were able to cover. I think it was Ashanti Keisha Cole. We were able to cover Brandy and Monica. That hideous rivalry between Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. Now we get a rivalry that these two are huge fans of. As long as, from what I know from these guys' music history, they're huge fans of these guys. So I'm kind of curious how they have this. So we got the Locks and we got Dipset. So with that being said, who are you guys favoring in this very classic, intriguing match between Dipset and the Locks?
Well, we didn't talk about this off air, so I'm gonna go with Dipset, man.
Wow. Okay.
And I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I really mean it.
I like about that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Dipset, man. Dipset, they was a big influence on me. Locks as well. The Locks, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good versus. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I'm gonna look at this one. I didn't look at Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat. I didn't look at that one. But this one, I will be tuning in. I might buy me a pink tee to put on, you know what I'm saying? Like, get some big earrings that goddamn hold my ears down and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be ready, man. Dipset though. I got Dipset Locks, man. But they got a place in my heart too, man. But Dipset, that was special. They changed the whole, like, the way people dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, had people out here in pink coats and pink hoodies, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, what a time to be alive, man. And that's when I was in the club scene heavy. You know what I'm saying? So like that was the time, boy. Boy, I'm about to shed a tear talking about that, boy.
Hey, I am not mad at you. Shout out to my man Kellen. He's saying that the Locks, you know, they gonna win this one. But I'm with my dog Q on this one. Harlem, what up? Harlem, what up? This some Harlem stuff, man. Listen, bro. When I tell you, Keo knows this already. Me and Keo been rocking for quite some time, bro. When I tell you what Q just said, Dipset, man, they changed it, bro. They had people rocking, or Cam had people rocking pink. Santana, man, bro. Bruh, I don't even know how much I understand when I talk about Joel Santana, bro. Jim Jones, bro. The whole crew, bro. Y'all think I'm just talking about just them three. I'm talking J.R. Ryder. I'm talking 40 Cal. Hey, bro. Man, bro. Dipset all day. If we're going hit for hit, man. And look, I love me some Jada Kiss. I love me some Style Speed Sheet, man. It's all love. But you gotta compare these two, man. I'm definitely going Dipset. And if we're going off of hits, it's no disrespect to the Locks, because grimy stuff, absolutely. But we talking hits, man. There's no way they're gonna win this. Nowhere in the world they're gonna win this.
Those beats, man.
Yeah, hell Rail. Hey, shout out to Rail. You already know Ruger. Hey, no doubt. Hey, bro, Dipset, bro. I'm going Dipset on this one. And if this was battle rap, I'm about to really piss some people off. This is a 30 clip. Hey, I love the Locks. I love the Locks. No doubt about it, but this is different. Gil, you know what this Harlem. Shout out to Lux, man.
You fucking with the Kiss, you ain't gonna breathe. The only time I'm licking the air is New Year's Eve. Now, that's one of my favorite Jada Kiss bars. But with that being said, man, I'm going with Dipset. Clear. This is a clear for me. The matchup seems interesting, but like when you look at, if we're talking about hits, I gotta go. I gotta go with Dipset, man. When I look at the Locks, I think the people know Jada Kiss as a solo artist. If you're talking about a solo artist, Jada Kiss is one of the best, especially best pen games that people respect. But when we talk about Dipset, man, you talking about certified gangsters with the game. You had Down and Out with Kanye West. You had Bout It, that was probably one of my favorites with Master P when they did the remix. When they had the Dipset with Santana's Town, I thought that was huge. One of my favorites also, Cameron with Jules Santana, man. Oh boy, man, that was a classic.
Fire.
Then they end up doing a remix with Mariah Carey in it. And the Jim Jones, everybody knows Jim Jones.
It's over. When they gonna drop
that high, ballin'. And then he had the remix also with T.I., Young Dro. I forgot who else was on it. Oh, Diddy was on that also. I Really Mean It, like Hugh said. And then the top of the list for me when you talk about Dipset, all of them together, the Dipset anthem, man. I just think that the Locks cannot fuck with that. And just if you talk about as a group, I'm clearly taking Dipset on this one.
Hey, you know, Kia, I'll say this. I told you I don't watch these verses. I don't watch none of them. I think I'm tuning into this one. Both of them fire. Big fans of both of them, man. But man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna tell you the real. It pretty don't matter who goes up against Dipset, bro. Dipset as a group, bro. I'm probably gonna go Dipset just for my own. Y'all, we naming the hit songs. I know that's what you do within, you know, the verses. But dog, Joel Santana Jealousy, bro. That stuff was crazy. Like, dog, he got some stuff with him by himself. You talking about Jim Jones got some stuff by himself, and then we gotta talk about Cam. Cam got stuff for years. dude, Dipset all day, bro. And it's no disrespect to the Locks. I'm a big fan of the Locks, but I'm going Dipset.
Do you guys have a favorite Dipset bar?
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm going Joel Santana. That boy said on one song, hey, I threw my hat like we was watching battle rap. That boy said, I'm so mean and nice with the things I write, I'll have Jesus saying Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God. What? What? What?
Gee.
But yeah, bro. That boy, that's my
Man.
dog, bro. I can't go against them.
Okay. All right, cool. Q, do you got a favorite bar from Dipset?
Man, so many, man. I can't think of one off the top of the head, man. Just like it's just so many, man. They got so many quotables, man. What? Don't touch nothing, sit in the car.
Yeah. Hey,
shit like that. Like what?
hey, Kevin, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm a big Hell Rail fan, but there's no doubt for me. Hey, everybody likes what they like. Joel Santana, bro. That's my
Yeah.
favorite Dipset person, bro. Joel's, bro. Damn, bro. That boy, that pen was nasty, bro.
Yeah, my favorite bar from it was from the Dipset anthem. I think Cameron was like, yeah, he said, "Yeah, I must clown. I'm from Harlem, uptown, where we flash your money, take your bitch, and ask you what now."
Fire, no doubt.
Yeah, man. So make sure you check it out, man. I think it is the first week of August where that happens, and it's gonna be on a huge stage in New York. So make sure you check that out, man. So the Locks versus Dipset. Make sure you check that out. All right, so we're gonna move on. We're actually gonna move on over to our next topic, and we're gonna talk about some movies, man. So as we all know, the Space Jam movie came out, and this is the time where we're gonna rate that. So we're gonna rate that movie, and we're gonna start with the Space Jam movie, man. The Space Jam movie, everybody's talking about right now. So there's a lot of mixed reactions with that movie. Some people are trashing the movie. Some people like the movie. So with that being said, we all seen the movie. Now it's time to give your thoughts and rate the new Space Jam movie.
I'm giving it a 7, man. I give it a 7. Um, but I think my kid, I think he would say otherwise. He enjoyed it. I think he watched it like 4 times. And so, and it had a good message, you know what I'm saying, to his son. You know what I'm saying? Like letting his son do what I don't want to tell the movie, so like I ain't gonna go into that much depth, but I give it a 7. It's good for the kids. A little bit longer than I would like, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty. It had some dry spots, you know what I'm saying, and like it could have been, shorter than, you know what I'm saying, like an hour and 30. I think it was like 2 hours maybe, like, but I don't think it was better than the first Space Jam. But I guess because I was a kid when that first Space Jam came out, so like. So I looked at it in a different light. But you know what I'm saying? I still don't think it's better than the first one. But it was a good movie, you know what I'm saying? Good try. LeBron acting stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying? He was acting, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like every time something happened, he was like extreme, like whoa, like type shit. And I was like, what you know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, like he like, like come on, bro, like. But it was a good movie, good try.
All right, y'all. So I tweeted out after watching the movie that it was super fire. I run a camp. I have a lot of kids in my camp, and we went to the movies and watched it. And I tell y'all, we've watched movies before, and I swear to God, like the kids will be talking, they'll fall asleep. they were so in tune with this movie. And I didn't tell them stand up and do this. After the movie, they stood up and gave it a round of applause. That's a fact. Like, that's what happened. I had a video of it. I'm like, I'm looking back, my wife and I are looking back, and we like, man, they really like this movie. I have a 5-year-old. My daughter was there. She was standing up, clapping. I told y'all she likes basketball. Now she wants to play basketball. We just finished working out right before this show. She wants to play basketball. And watching that movie, they were asking me about Diana Taurasi, why they call her the white mom. I kind of told a little bit about it. Man, so like they were very in tune with the movie. With that being said, I'm going to give the movie an 8.5. To me, that's fire because that wasn't my expectation going into the movie. Is it the greatest sports movie ever? No. Is it the greatest movie ever? No. But for sure, it was inspirational. It had a message, and the acting might not have been the best. I can agree with you on that.
Whoa!
But at the end of the day, I like what they did, man. I didn't know how they were gonna flip it. I didn't know how they were gonna flip it and how they were gonna play each other. But I love the fact that as a father, you know, a lot of times we want to tell our kids what they need to do and what they need to become in life. We want you to become this, and we try to push that. But in the movie, it shows, man, look, man, just because you love that doesn't mean your kid's going to love it. Let them follow their passion. So I love the movie. I think it's an 8.5, and I know for sure, my kids will give it a 10.
I'm giving the movie an 8.
Okay.
I think LeBron James is officially the GOAT now. Come on, man. You make the game-winning shot, and you save the world. Are you kidding me, man? On top of the accolades that he's done throughout his career, he's the GOAT, man. I'm sorry about that, man. And he clearly made his teammates better in that game. It wasn't all about LeBron. The Toon Squad definitely came in. They had great defensive strategies especially towards Damian Lillard, and even on. And I think the surprising part was when his son switched over to the other team, and I thought that was huge. And I think the people that were bashing it, either they hate LeBron or they just have some type of vendetta towards LeBron. And obviously you could say about LeBron's acting skills. I mean, come on, man. It's his first time acting in a major movie role like that. So, I'm not going to crucify him of being a bad actor like that. I'm pretty sure he's going to have more opportunities and roles like that. So I'm looking forward to see what LeBron can do. And like you guys said, man, this movie wasn't about targeting adults to like it. It was about kids to like it. And I think grown ass men bashing a kid's movie, that's ridiculous, man. Like, you got all the time in the world to bash a kid's movie? Really? I just think that's out of line, man. Like my niece and nephews, they liked the movie and they definitely enjoyed it. So Space Jam was a solid movie, man. So was it the best movie of the year? I don't know. There's other movies that I still haven't seen yet for me to say that. Like, I haven't seen. I know Snake Eyes is the movie's coming out. They got the Candyman movie. They got. I haven't seen the Fast 9 movie. I haven't seen the Forever Purge. So there's a lot of movies still out there. So I'm not gonna say it's the best movie, but from what I've seen so far, I think they did a pretty good job, man. So the first time I took a glimpse at it, and I'll be honest with you, I fell asleep the first time I watched the movie, and I was like, man, and I was tired that day, so I watched it again, and I was like, okay, this is actually a decent movie. So I gave it an 8. So
real quick, a couple of more things. I like how they brought in all the other movies, Matrix.
Right.
They brought in Harry Potter. Like, it was so dope, bro. That was fire. Batman,
yeah.
Wonder Woman. It was just like Warner Brothers said, you know what? We gonna flex a little bit for y'all. We gonna flex and show you what we do. So shout out to them. And then how could we not rate it at least what we did when they got battle rap in there? Shout out to the notorious Porky Pig, man.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene.
He spit some bars for us, so we gonna show some love, man. Real quick before we move on, I want to answer this. I want y'all to answer to this. Kellen asked, "How was the soundtrack?" Is the question, and I can tell you this. Going back to what Q said, I'm not gonna rate the two movies. I mean, it's been some time, but there's no way this soundtrack is touching the original soundtrack, bro. R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly," bro. You can put that on right now, dog. I mean, you go. That's gonna motivate you to think that you can run through a wall and accomplish your goals, man. I hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, and you hit him. Hey, bro, that soundtrack is one of the all-time greatest. So no, obviously, Space Jam 1 is definitely better.
Definitely.
Yeah, and last part, another favorite part of mine was when they thought Michael Jordan was gonna show up.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I was weak.
I was like, oh hell yeah, LeBron and MJ teaming up. Then obviously it wasn't.
We giving the movie away. I hope y'all didn't watch the movie. Everybody tuned in right now.
Right, that's why I knew I was gonna give it away.
All right, guys. So we're going to our final topic of the night, and question of the week has been interesting lately. So, especially last week. So, X, I'll let you introduce the question of the week, and let's go.
Okay, so I want y'all to go call y'all grandmothers, y'all aunties, y'all uncles, y'all mama, y'all daddy. We talked about super teams. We talked about Space Jam. And you know, in the Looney Tunes world, you can do pretty much anything that you want. So the question of the night tonight is, if you had one superpower, anything in this world, we saw, you know, you had the superheroes in the Space Jam movie. What would be your superpower? Q, what's up? What would be your superpower? One superpower.
I think it would be to be invisible, man.
I ain't mad at that.
Man, I can go in the bank, rob them blind, man. They wouldn't even know it, man.
You want to do it, man. Look at you.
You know what I'm saying, man? And look, it'll work to your advantage, man. You could just be like, you know, somebody looking, the police looking for you, man. After you rob the bank, you just like disappear. Like, hey, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that'll be mine, to be invisible or flying. I would like to fly too. But like, I think I would like to be invisible more.
Okay, Kia, what you think? What you talking?
Okay, so every week, I'll post a poll out of the question of the week. So last week I was able to do it. This week, once again, we got a couple responses. So, from Observant Natural Evolution on Instagram, he said Ultra Instinct. Shout out to MBS member J Franchise. He said Fly. Keisha on Instagram says read minds. My sister said invisibility. Hold on. Now let's go to Facebook. On Facebook, okay, give me a second. On Facebook, we have. Hold on, while this loads, I'll give you mine. Superpower that I have is I would say put the world on pause.
Wow. Oh, so you want to be Zach out here? You want to be Zach Morris?
Yeah, exactly, man. So sometimes I may.
Oh, look, he paused himself.
Get into arguments to a certain end. I was like, man, I'm not trying to do this. Timeout, pause. And maybe that. But okay, so we got a good amount of people that responded. So King Caesar on Facebook, he says fly. Shout out to Kellen. He actually has it right now. He said time travel. Crystal Ann, she says teleport. Jasmine Danielle, she says to be invisible. Steve Holston, he said Flash Unlimited Speed. And yeah, man. So shout out to everybody that were able to take the time to let us know to be part of the question of the week. What superpower would you want to have if you had to pick? So it's not too late to give us your answer. What superpower would it be? But with that being said, man, that's my superpower and everybody else.
All right. Well, to answer my own question, and next week we have a new one. I'll actually initially off the rip, I was with Q. I said invisible to myself because that would be dope. Like you could literally walk into anywhere and nobody would see you. But another one, since he said invisibility, immortal.
Oh yeah,
Immortal, where you can't, no matter what you do, you can shoot me, you can do whatever you want. There was a movie that just came out. I can't think of the movie. But they had like there was a group of them, and they went into something to get something.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was hard. That shit was hard.
And that's what I would go with. Immortality. I would go with immortality, where that no matter what you do to me, you can literally do anything, and I would come back. So that's what I would go with ultimately.
Yeah, so it seems like the popular number one answer is invisible. So yeah, it seems like everybody wants to be invisible as their superpower. All right, so with that being said, that actually wraps up tonight. It's time to go to our shout outs. So Q, go ahead.
Man, shout out to the team, man. Shout out X, Keo. Shout out GBL, Gravity Battle League on Facebook. Shout out my cousin. He battle rap on there. Call him C Dot. Check him out. Check his music out on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? C Dot, CDZ the dog. One of them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. Just you know what I'm saying? Go look up his music. Go download. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody, man. For the viewers, all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody.
Yo, shout out to X, shout out to Q. Right after the show, we're gonna go switch on over to Battle Political with Hurricane Dew. Make sure you check out MBS Uncensored. GBD got a show episode dropping this week. He's gonna give you his top 5 running backs this year in the college football season. The MBS show with Jay Franchise and Just Dustin is tomorrow. And then make sure next week, man, the NFL season is not over yet. I mean, the NBA season is not over yet because we got the NBA draft next week. Where I think we are gonna have an NBA draft special. So we're gonna do it live while the draft is in progress. We'll definitely be to give you the latest updates on the draft. Stay tuned for latest developments and details regarding the NBA draft special. So we'll definitely be on there. So make sure you guys look out for that. With that being said, thank you to everybody that tuned and supports the show. And man, shout out to everybody that took part of the question of the night today. So with that being said, I'm gonna let X close this off.
Definitely. Well, I'm gonna start where you finished off. Shout out to everybody that answered the question. Shout out to the chat room, man. Kellen Kane Lane, man. We definitely appreciate your boss. You got Allentown, what up? Bills Mafia, Buffalo Kids. I'm showing your town some love, man. That area, so salute to all of them. Of course, shout out to my guys right here, man. We're about to walk on over. I say walk on over. We're about to stay sitting where we at and come back with Battle Rap Political. Warner Brothers, man. Y'all was out there flaunting all this stuff, man. Cut your boy the check because it's even on my belt. It's even on my belt. I don't know if they can see it. It says Goon Squad. I want my royalty check, man. I've been rocking the Goon Squad. I need my check, though, man. But with that being said, y'all have a great night. We'll have another great show for y'all next week. But make sure y'all just, stay tuned for a little while because we're about to go back live. Battle Rap Political. Look, the Knicks. What up? Harlem. Let's go. We out.